Well, I have good news, because in the very long amount of time now, it's felt that it's just taken forever to be excited for a new character coming to the contest. I think Black Tarantula has broken that streak, because I like this guy a lot. I'm very optimistic for Black Tarantula. I'm going to mispronounce his name the entire time. I'm recording this while sleep deprived, because I forgot that I was supposed to have a video ready for tomorrow. So hopefully the gameplay is going to speak better than my voice will, because it's not going to sound pretty at the end of this. However, duty calls, and we are here with the Black Tarantula video. How will he affect MCoC? I think he's going to affect it pretty well, and we're going to, of course, get into gameplay in a moment. But as far as Black Tarantula goes, I think he's going to be a very, very strong science counter. He is going to synergize pretty well with most skill relics you'd want to run. I would use the special damage stat focus personally, as far as basic relics and stat focuses go. But without further ado, how does his kit work? Well, your kit is going to be focused around gaining cunning. You're going to gain the cunning when you cross 20 combo meter. You're going to gain additional combo meter when you get debuffs on you. I believe they're specifically non-damaging debuffs, and that's going to help you get the extra cunning. And you really want that because it's of course going to increase your crit damage rating and your critical rating. And then another thing he's going to do is he's going to have this fancy evade. And whenever you use this evade, you're going to get a Fury. How does the evade work? Well, it happens whenever you run into a special attack, or you try to dex an undexable attack, which of course in Photon's case is every time she drops a special attack in pure life form. If I try to dex that, I'm going to dex the entire attack with an evade. It's not actually going to be dex, it's going to be an evade. And then you're going to start with your special 2 on cooldown. You're going to remove the cooldown slowly by gaining cunning, and then you drop the special 2 and the things die. So yeah, in most fights you're going to go ahead and just do a special 1 into a special 2, and you're going to ideally take him to non-damaging debuff matchups where you're going to be gaining extra combo and getting cunning faster and be able to drop the special 2 faster. Special 2 takes 60 seconds to activate, but whenever you gain a cunning, it reduces that cooldown slightly. So what you just want to do in the fight, special 1, special 2, along the way, you're going to want to run into special attacks or try to evade undexable specials, because that is going to give you the Fury, which is of course going to give you more damage. So let's take him to another popular science matchup, and of course that's going to be High Evolutionary here, who is placing a lot of debuffs on us. And Black Tarantula can't purify severe debuffs. Does he need to? No, he really doesn't. All he's going to need to do is just get them on him, and he's just going to get the combo from it, which is just going to be super helpful in general. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and hit his block here, and then we'll just get some of those extra debuffs on us, which are going to give us more combo. And of course, the combo is very good against High Evo, because you want to remove the combo detonation faster and stuff. So that being said, we dropped a special 1, and we're going to drop a special 2 next, and the opponent is going to die, because we're going to hit very hard. Because your special 2 has these iBeam attacks, they do burst damage, and yeah, you can't drop the special 2 unless that cooldown is gone. And again, you reduce the cooldown slightly by gaining cunnings. So now we're going to go fight iBomb. So similar to Yelena, Black Tarantula is going to be a skill champion who is poison immune, which is of course very good for this matchup, very good for if you're fighting Hazard Shift node. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and hit him a lot, go for the special 1, and we're going to hit his block a lot, as you saw earlier, to gain some of the weakness, which is going to give me some more cunning. Now, I actually ate the special 2 there. I didn't do it on purpose, but here's the good thing. Black Tarantula's regen is not even fair, actually. It's really stupid how good it is, because he's going to gain this regen instead of willpower. And the regen, if you try to reduce its potency, it's going to do the opposite and just increase it. And then whenever you gain a debuff and you purify it, which by the way has an 80% chance to purify non-damaging debuffs, he's going to turn into a Spectre, which is going to increase the potency of your regen further. And that just means, as you can see there, we've got back to full health at the end of that. So his regen is honestly stupid. You can take a bunch of chip damage in a BG's fight and then finish with full health at the end of it, depending on how many non-damaging debuffs you're getting on you, of course, because you do need to purify them. And then here against Sandman, we're going to show off another utility piece he has. In this case, it's going to be the fact that he has a Halt. How do you get the Halt? You get it when you evade. So we want to run into special attacks. So we're going to go ahead and run into his special 2 here. Don't worry about the decelerate on me, because your evade's ability accuracy cannot be reduced unless you are fighting a mutant, which you shouldn't be doing. And then when you use the evade, it's going to go on cooldown for 20 seconds or until you use 6 medium attacks, or just throw 6 medium attacks. If they whiff, it also still works. So I don't know if you'll ever try to do that, but if you try to go for a medium whiff, that's also going to help remove the cooldown. That fight was 43 seconds. We're just whipping through these fights really fast, because believe it or not, he's a very good champion who hits very hard. We're going to go fight Rhino now. Tons of non-damaging debuffs. He's got an Unstoppable that we can use to Halt, and then everything's really good in Black Tarantula's world, you know? So, as you can see there, I'm regenning for literally 800 per tick there. And it's a little bit less now, but it's going to get really potent again. As we get another regen there, and it is 500 per tick. Really, really nice. Get a beta special there, and then run into it. Trigger the evade, trigger the halt. Everything is going great. I have so much cunning now, because it just keeps spamming those debuffs on me that can purify. Oh, and by the way, normally it's bad when you fight science champions with a bunch of debuffs on you because of the inequity mastery, but no, he's just immune to it. Like, he just doesn't, the opponent just doesn't do the inequity mastery, so you don't need to worry about your attack being reduced by 36% at all, which is a complaint that I have with a lot of skill champs in the game, actually, is that they don't have any way of dealing with the inequity mastery. That was like my biggest complaint about Yelena in a video I made of her last week, because yeah, that is a bit annoying for her that she doesn't have that. Black Tarantula is going to just turn off the opponent's inequity mastery, 36% attack rating reduction that you just don't feel subject to now. So last up, we're going to go fight this Necro Titania, and in Black Tarantula's long fight rotation, you're able to go for 2 special 3s. Special 3s do multiple things. The first thing it's going to do is it's going to go ahead and place one of those indefinite vulnerabilities on the opponents, which is going to, of course, increase all of your damage by a lot. It's also going to permanently reduce the max cooldown of your special 2 by 7.5 seconds, and you can use a special 3 twice, so it's going to be 45 seconds max, and then of course you reduce that further by gaining cunning and stuff. And that's also going to do a burst of damage similar to the special 2, which you don't really need, because if you're using Black Tarantula's special 3, you're there for a long fight anyway. You don't really need that burst damage and stuff. But yeah, like, his special 3, it does a lot of stuff. It's really, really good for longer fights. And against this Titania, who has 8 million health, it's definitely worth going for. And yeah, it also increases the stack limit of vulnerabilities by 1 too, and gives you 2 personal cunning. So yeah, it's a very, very good special 3 for a long fight rotation. And then after you do those 2 special 3s, the rest of the fight, you're just going to go ahead and drop special 2s when they're off of cooldown. And when they're on cooldown, you're just going to drop special 1s to kill some time. And you're just going to hit very hard, because your basics hit very hard with your cunnings and your furies, and then your special 2 is going to hit very, very hard with the burst damage, which is going to be very, very hard hitting, as you're going to see when we drop the special 2 here with our maximum ramp. Actually, it's not even maximum ramp, because we can do 2 more vulnerabilities, as you can see there. I only dropped that with 1 fury, so it was less damage overall, but we do have a bunch of vulnerabilities now, 60k medium attack and stuff. And he's not like the craziest long fight damage stealing champion, and we are fighting with a lot of non-damaging debuffs in play, which is going to increase your damage a lot, which I'm going to talk about closer to the end of the video, because if you're not fighting non-damaging debuff matchups, it's not nearly as pretty. But here I'm just going to go for the special 2, and then we're going to do it in the block on accident. Actually, I did not mean to do that, but it's fine. And then Titania goes down. So how will Black Tarantula affect MCoC? Well, he's going to be very, very good at fighting the Science class. The only relevant defender in the Science class that he's not going to be good for is Spider-Woman. Fun fact, he has a synergy in his kit. I don't remember who it's with, but if you run it and you place the Halt on the defender, they are going to, if they're a Spider-Verse champion, they're not going to be able to evade. He just shuts off Spider-Verse evade if he has the Halt in the opponent. If you ever use that synergy, it's going to be very good against Spider-Woman, but if you don't have that synergy in BGs and stuff, it's not very good. You don't have any way of preventing her evade. And if you have the fumble, then you can't evade yourself, so he's just not very good in that matchup. You probably could make it work, but every other Science defender you saw was all the relevant ones. He's going to be great for those. Now, non-science defenders, that's where the problems come in, because he's not going to be very good against non-science champions, I think, or just champions who aren't placing a lot of non-damaging debuffs on you. You're going to need those non-damaging debuffs to increase your ramp and just speed it up, because his damage is still very good, but it's going to take a lot longer to really get those cunnings up, because those cunnings are a huge source of your damage output, and you're speeding them up by getting those non-damaging debuffs on you. And so if you're not able to fight a matchup where you're doing that, then it's going to be a pretty slow fight. So I do think that outside the science class, there's not much you're really going to want to take him against, or if there's not a node that's giving you non-damaging debuffs to Purify and start getting that stuff faster, I wouldn't take him there. He has utility pieces, of course. The Halt is very good, but it's still like, I don't know if you really want to use him as an anti-unstoppable champion if there's no non-damaging debuffs involved compared to other characters you could use. But BGs, he'll be relevant for BGs. He's going to be a good defender too. He's like 4 out of 5 on the website. I think he's going to land somewhere around there pretty accurately as well. Alliance War definitely has some stuff there. He just takes the science class so well. I think he'll definitely put in some work. And longer fights, I do think he's going to put in some work too, with the special 3s being a really nice long fight damage cycle he's going to have access to. Coliseum, I think he probably would be pretty decent for with the special 3, the way that it's going to work. And your ramp is all permanent and stuff, which is really, really awesome. So yeah, I like Black Tarantula. Again, good attacker, probably going to be a good defender too. I'm optimistic for this guy. I definitely want to get him on my account soon. So, thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Considering a like, sub, and hype on this one. And I'll see you in the next one.